First, we're going to go over that live stream, right? We're going to go exactly what was going through my head, what was going on, how I executed it. Okay. So first things first, I had two stocks on my watch list. I had Pally and ONCS, correct? Pally's not loading here. Okay, here we go. Pally and ONCS. Why did I have these two on the watch list? Well, they looked the best. They had the best moves upward to a clear pre-market resistance line and consolidated. As you see, both of them had the similar pattern. Went up to pre-market, went up to a pre-market high, consolidated. They gapped up. These are gappers, right? Which I get on my scanner, which I'll explain in a future video. All you need to know for now is that these two were my stocks on my watch list. Now, out of these two stocks, I'm looking to see which one, even if both maybe, has good potential move upward after market open. I do not trade pre-market because it's just low liquidity, low volume. I rarely ever trade pre-market, right? So I had these two stocks on my watch list, right? As we see, they both came up, consolidated, tried to break out, consolidated. Now, I'm here, I'm watching. I have ONCS. I think ONCS was the one I was looking for primarily. Market opened. And right away, it just folded. It just right away kind of just had this red move. And I didn't give up yet, right? I remember drawing a line around 6.2. Maybe I did that. But I'm looking for a potential red to green move, right? However, I have my momentum scanner here on the side, and it starts saying Pally. I think at this moment I switch over, right? And by this time, Pally was on a downtrend right before market open. But as you see, market open and it blasts right through. So it blasts right through, and I have a line here at 3.2, which is the pre-market high. Now I'm expecting some little resistance here. Some resistance, we could break out, we could halt. I don't know at the moment. All I know is that we might gonna get some resistance, which we did. I was watching closely and I saw that we had a high at 3.15, which was just shy of 3.2. So I remember drawing a line here and I'm thinking, okay, if it breaks this line, I'm gonna add. I'm gonna add because that puts me at a low risk position for 3.2, as opposed if I buy right on 3.2, right by at the resistance. Many people have many sell orders right at resistance, so that's why these prices drop dramatically at resistance, right? So I put my first buy order on the break. As you see, this is a common bull flag pattern. We have the pull, we get a flag. As you see, it kind of looks like a flag, like, you know, like the American flag or any flag. Kind of looks like a flag, a pull and a flag. A little bull flag comes up, consolidates, and once these two meet, we're expecting a move upward, which is just what happened. And I added my first position around 3.15, right? Added my first position at 3.15. Profit target is set as of now at 4. How to get my profit target? I remember I just went up. If I didn't look at the day chart, then it was because, wait, that's better. Okay. How to get my profit target? I remember drawing it off right here, right? The clearest key level where direction changed, closest to 3.2, which just happened to be here, which was the support area, which in this case would be resistance for here. I also chose 4 because it's the nearest whole number, therefore it will be psychological resistance. People are looking to sell at that number as opposed to 3.79, right? So yeah, so my first entry was here. My stop loss mentally was around 3.1, the high of this right here. Oh, the high of that little candle right there, little consolidation candle. That was my mental stop loss, 3.1 right there. And it broke through, still stayed, kept breaking to 3.2, added at 3.2, added again at 3.3, 3.4, and then I held. And then I held it. I remember it came back down on the next candle, I believe. Came back down on the next candle. Still didn't sell. Held. I'm holding through profit target. I'm holding for a good move upward. Holding for a good move upward. I have enough criteria. This stock has met enough criteria for me to believe that it's going to hit our profit target, which is another video. I'm going to write these ideas down. So I know it's going to hit profit target. How do I know? Because the stock has enough criteria. It's an affordable stock at $3, right? It had low float. I believe it had like around 800,000 float, 1 million shares of float, which is an incredibly low supply, right? Incredibly low. Had high demand. I remember had some news of some sort. Has good dollar range. You see good range. It's $3, 3.2, 3.4. I was holding, and right here it got halted, right? And the good thing about halts on these low float stocks is that they usually resume higher. And I just sold 5 minutes after when it resumed. I usually just sell at the resumption. So I sold at the resumption. Sometimes they resume even higher. Sometimes they don't. You could see it on level 2. However, this level 2 is just, it's too basic. For those that don't know, level 2 basically is the only indicator that is ahead of all these charts. Is the only way really to, in a sense, predict the future, right? And that's because here you could actually see the orders being placed before they get filled, right? Before they get filled. And the reason it resumed here, and I sold around here, right around 4.2. At this point, I was like $120. I was up $120. It came back down, and two reasons that it came up right here. The first one is that psychologically, this is where it was halted. So many people are going to start buying around this area for support. And the second reason that I knew it was going to come back down and spring back up is because when you see on live stream, I was reading the comments on a YouTube live scanner, and somebody said that there was a bid at 85, which means that there was a huge bid at 3.85 right here. What does that mean? A bid, you're buying on the bid side, you're waiting for the price to come down. You buy it at a cheaper price. You're waiting for the price to come to you. Therefore, you are bearish in the actual short term, right? As you see here, bids 3.70, 3.65, 3.5. They decrease on the bid and they increase on the ask. If you are willing to sell on the ask, let's say you have a position and you want to, I don't have it here, but it should be like sell on the ask or sell at a higher price. You want to sell at a 4.5. So your order will be there, but it won't get filled until the price comes to you, right? And people who place such large orders, have huge positions, know what they're doing, and are smart about it. So somebody on YouTube said that buy at 3.85. So I had a feeling it was gonna come back down, and it did. Came back down. Those shares got scooped up, and off you went. And I was thinking, this came all the way back. I'm thinking, I'm gonna buy the breakout of this candle. I'm gonna scalp it to 5, and I did. I bought one more share around 4.40 and scalped it to 5. Right at the halt, I sold. I could have held the halt, but at this point I was like, in my mind, I'd already executed my plan, which was buy at the scalp, sell at 5, which was my level. And that's the key important thing, just sticking to your plan, stopping out when you need to stop out and whatnot. And it resumed higher and kept going up and whatever. At this point, it went up to the second profit target, which was a profit target I got off of YouTube, off that comment section. Now that I see here, I kind of see what he was kind of going for, 6.60. Yeah, he was kind of going probably for this area. Maybe this area would have been even a better profit target. Now that I see, oh really? Yeah, now that I see it, this area would have been a much better profit target, which actually did end up working, since many people ended up selling at this next level. But yeah, so that's how I made $158. If you want to see the in live trading, it's posted on my account. It's posted on my YouTube account. Video quality is a little off. Audio, my mic quality is a little off, but you could still actually see, like, there's a green line when the orders are placed and red lines when the orders are sold. So it's very good. All right, so that was my recap, and now we're gonna go to SHC. I forgot, what was the other stock I had? I'm gonna open, this is my Discord, guys. Okay, so this was 21. Today's watch list includes ICU, SHC, NWTN, BWV. ICU and SHC look the most promising. I remember ICU ended up flopping, and it ended up being between NWTN and SHWC. I mean SHC. So I remember I traded SHC, right? And pre-market, this is what it looks like, right? Remember, we have a high of pre-market, which we always want a high of pre-market. So what ended up happening here, just ended up shooting up and getting halted on the way, right? So what ends up happening is these stocks get halted. They tend to either get halted right at the resistance lines or after. And the reason they get halted right at them is because many people, let's say you have an order at 8.25. You see, let's see if this shows up here. So I can show an example. See, so you have you have all these buy orders. People set these buy orders right at resistance. So the exchange gets all these buy orders all at once, right at resistance, and then stock gets halted. Right? And if it doesn't happen at resistance line, it usually happens shortly right after, which is, as you see right here, the halt happened right at 8.6. And the reason people buy at these resistance lines is because nobody really wants to buy when they're like all the way. Well, if your stock looks like this, you don't really want to buy. But those are usually the most important times to buy. These are at these moments where everything is so calm, and you expect a break. So ideally, looking back at this, a better buy would have been buying around 8 in anticipation for the break. I wouldn't want to buy at 8.2 just in case the stock rejects right away. You know, if we have many sellers waiting to hit the sell button at this level, many sell orders ready to get filled at this level, shorts coming in, whatnot. But essentially, I missed the first pump, came up, halted. I missed the halt. At this point, it's a low float stock, has all the criteria to resume and keep going higher. As we see, it resumed right here. Everybody's waiting to see what's gonna happen. Keeps going up. People start buying. People start buying. Because it kept going up after the halt. Small 50 share position on the break of 8.9 was my plan. I'm selling around 9.5. Either the whole number of 9, ideally at 9.5, I get those numbers. So what ends up happening? I buy at 9, and I end up selling prematurely at 9.3. I believe it was 9.35. Why did I sell at 9.5 prematurely? Well, at this point, I was just scalping it, right? So when you're scalping it, it's always to end up exit early. You're scalping it, it's overextended. You don't know if you're gonna get a flash bomb down. But these stocks were really good stocks. When they were coming down, they didn't come down so harsh, which shows that they were good stocks. They were strong stocks. And yeah, so that was my that's my recap. And let me see here. Review one. This is my Discord, guys, where I communicate my daily trades. This was that gain of on Pally, which I was the first part of the video on. And same thing here with NWTN, just same day as SHC. It was on my watch list. ICU, SHC, NWTN, BWV. We open it, it's just same thing, pre-market high. This is the 5 minute, guys. This is the 1 minute. Makes a pre-market high, consolidates, shoots back up. Right as it crosses that pre-market high level, it gets halted, resumes. In this case, it resumed, kind of came back down. I believe this one had a higher float. But here's interesting, right? Here we get a small pump up, consolidation, boom. And this right here is the bull flag, guys. We have the pull, the flag, and the next pull. And the flag is ideally when you're going to start planning in your buy-in, which your buy-in should be right around this line for least risk. And because this bull flag kind of looks identical to the Pally. You see, came up, consolidated, shot back up, consolidated, shot back up. So that's a very interesting thing. And yeah, that's currently traveling today. Won't be able to trade. We'll be back strongly on Monday. Yeah, so this is my trading account. I mean my Discord account. I am currently This is me, Kevin Tavera. Tavera Trading is my brand. CEO of Tavera Trading, and yeah, cool. But yeah, that's my video for today. That's my weekly recap. Now I just have to edit this up and post it. Should be posted by Saturday, November 26th. Guys, if you made it through the video, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.